6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. On World Human Rights Day, Prime Minister has urged world community to renew its political will for protection of human rights. Foreign Minister says Pakistan is a leading voice on protection against racism, Islamophobia and xenophobia. Finance Minister has categorically rejected rumors about default threats to Pakistan. Minister for Poverty Alleviation says government is committed to improve lives of underprivileged and low-income people. In Yemen, 3 soldiers have been killed in an ambush in Hadramaut province. On the second day of second cricket test in Bulletin against Pakistan, England in their second innings were 202 for 5 at stumps today. And now the news in detail. President Dr. Arif Alvi and Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif have reiterated Pakistan's commitment to continue extending moral, political and diplomatic support to the Kashmiris in achieving their legitimate right to self-determination. In their separate messages on World Human Rights Day today, they said we must continue our collective efforts to ensure that the people of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir are able to enjoy the same rights and freedoms as are available to any citizen of a free state. In his message, President Dr. Arif Alvi urged the United Nations and the international community to play their due role so that the Kashmiris can also enjoy all their human rights as guaranteed under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and in the Security Council resolutions. In his message, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif urged the world to renew its political will for protection of human rights. Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has said Pakistan's constitution guarantees equal rights and equal protection of law to all citizens. In his message on World Human Rights Day, the Foreign Minister said that we are proud of our many achievements and the advancements made in women empowerment, child rights and the freedom of speech in Pakistan. He said Pakistan has been at the forefront of the development of global human rights agenda from our contribution in development of Universal Declaration on Human Rights and the International Convention on Elimination of Racial Discrimination to the landmark international conferences on human rights in Vienna and the Beijing Conference on Women. The Foreign Minister said today Pakistan is a leading voice on the issues such as right to development and protection against racism, Islamophobia and xenophobia. As the World Human Rights Day was observed across the globe today, people of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir continued to reel under brutal Indian occupation. A report released by Kashmir Media Service said that Universal Declaration of Human Rights adopted on 10 December 1948 was indeed a milestone, but none of these 30 basic human rights enlisted in this declaration exist in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The report said Indian troops in their unabated acts of state terrorism have martyred 96,156 innocent Kashmiris, including 7,275 in custody and fake encounters since January 1989 till date. Meanwhile, APHC leadership have appealed to the UN to implement its resolutions on Kashmir to save the Kashmiris from the Indian brutalities. Finance Minister Ishaq Dar categorically rejected rumors being spread by opposition about the default threats to Pakistan. Addressing a ceremony organized by All Pakistan Textile Mills Association in Lahore today, the minister said the indicators show that Pakistan should have been part of the G20 if the pace of development is not derailed. Ishaq Dar said wheat is being smuggled from our country and this must be stopped on war footing. He termed the previous government's period as the darkest period of the country in terms of economy. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Maryam Aurangzeb has said the entire focus of the government is to strengthen the economy, reduce inflation and provide job opportunities to the youth. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad today, she said the reconstruction and rehabilitation has been started in the flood-affected areas. She, however, regretted that the PTI chairman is still engaged in efforts to destabilize the country. She said the PTI is not a political party but a propaganda group. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has underscored the need for a commitment to human rights, which are central to resolving global problems. In a message on Human Rights Day, Antonio Guterres said that human rights are the foundation for the human dignity and the cornerstone of peaceful, inclusive, fair, equal, and prosperous societies. A special court in Lahore acquitted Interior Minister Rana Sanaullah today in a narcotics case filed against him during the previous government in 2019. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has expressed gratitude over the acquittal of Rana Sanaullah in the drug trafficking case. In a statement, he termed filing of false case against Rana Sanaullah as the worst example of politics of revenge. Shehbaz Sharif also expressed solidarity with the political leaders, including Rana Sanaullah, who are bravely facing the worst political revenge. This is Radio Pakistan. OIC Secretary General Hussain Brahim Taha, accompanied by a 5-member delegation, arrived in Islamabad today on a 3-day visit to Pakistan. He is visiting at the invitation of Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. During his visit, the OIC Secretary General will call on Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and hold delegation-level talks with the Foreign Minister to discuss issues on the agenda of OIC, including Jammu and Kashmir, Islamophobia, and humanitarian situation in Afghanistan. Minister for Poverty Alleviation Shazia Marie has said that government is committed to simplify and improve the lives of underprivileged and low-income people under Benazir Income Support Program. She said this during her visit to the office of Central Zone of PISP in Karachi today. Speaking on the occasion, Shazia Marie said that the government is sincere in resolving the problems and grievances of the people during this program on priority basis, and several steps are being taken to enhance the reach of the program. The 51st martyrdom anniversary of Sawar Muhammad Hussain Shaheed Nishan-e-Haider is being observed today. He was the first soldier to be awarded Nishan-e-Haider. His fearless actions in 1971 war inflicted heavy losses on the enemy, destroying 16 Indian tanks, thus proving that courage knows no bounds. Sawar Hussain was born on 18th January 1949 at Jatli village in Gujarkhan and embraced Shahadat on this day in 1971 while fighting valiantly at Zafrul Shakragarh sector. Meanwhile, a ceremony in this regard was held at his native village, Dhok Muhammad Hussain near Gujarkhan today. General Officer Commanding Major General Muhammad Iran laid floral wreath at Sawar Muhammad Hussain Shaheed's mausoleum. In Yemen, 3 government forces personnel have been killed while 8 others injured by unidentified gunmen who ambushed their convoy in Hadramaut province. No one has claimed responsibility for the attack so far. Iran says it would uphold its commitment under the 2015 nuclear deal if the anti-Iran sanctions are removed. In an interview, head of the Iranian Atomic Energy Organization, Mohammad Islami, said, "Since the other party has not fulfilled its obligations, our nuclear program would continue in accordance with the law passed by the Iranian parliament." On the second day of second cricket test of the 3-match series in Bulletin against Pakistan, England in their second innings were 202 for 5 at stumps today. Earlier, Pakistan in their first innings scored 202 runs and England scored 281. England lead the series 1-0. In the quarter-final round of FIFA World Cup in Qatar, Morocco will take on Portugal at 8 p.m. while England will face France at 12 midnight Pakistan Standard Time. And finally, the weather. Partly cloudy and cold weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain light with snow over hills is expected to prevail at isolated places in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir. Foggy conditions are likely to prevail over plain areas of Punjab and Upper Sindh during the morning hours. And this is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.